Hello and welcome to the TI Racing IndyCar League. My name is Jesse Rathbun and I am joined by Alan Bledsoe and Corey Melton in the booth. You're going to be watching this race on Electronic Motor Racing Network. And the TI Racing IndyCar League is brought to you by LMCgear.com. As always, get all your lightweight motorcycle camping gear at lmcgear.com. And joining me in the booth is Alan Bledsoe and Corey Melton. You guys, tell me what you're looking forward to today.
Oh, Jesse, this is going to be one heck of an exciting race. It is, we're taking over at the season finale. Captain TV has been doing this basically most of the. Actually, no, he did the entire season. So, um, it's cool to be able to cover this since he's not able to do this one today. Um, and This is going to be a really exciting race. 125 laps of high speed IndyCar racing.
Absolutely. These guys are already down the front stretch in a draft. We're seeing mile per hour, close to 230 miles an hour going into turn one. So there's going to be lots of passing, lots of drafting, lots of car control. I'm excited. Corey, what are you looking forward to today?
Man, you said it there at the end. I'm a NASCAR only guy, man. NASCAR and dirt. So haven't really ventured into the IndyCar world. So I'm excited to see what these things can do at Michigan. I know Arrow's going to be huge, and they're going to be hopefully getting big runs, and 230 miles an hour side by side on open wheels is always exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And unlike NASCAR, these guys don't have fenders, so they can't lean on each other as much as you're used to. So that'll be a big change for all of them, I'm sure.
Yes, very much so. And it looks like about a 37 to 40 lap fuel run with 120 laps. So you're looking at least about three stops.
Yeah, it depends on how these guys want to save fuel mileage. I mean, if they do it like true Indy cars, they're going to stretch it and try to get that two stops. But if they want to go all out, then absolutely they're going to be doing the three-stop race. So, Alan, how do you see it shaking out?
Well, you know, I'm seeing a lot of crashes in practice, but that's pretty normal here in iRacing. There's a lot of wrecking and stuff like that. Um, but I'm expecting this race to be very conservative since it's the season finale. The championship has already been established. Um, these guys are basically just going for the win. And, well, I guess that could create some carnage.
You just talked yourself out of your pick.
I did. I did. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited to cover it. Like, I know I've already said that, but it's just, we are oval guys. We don't typically broadcast IndyCar. We don't even really watch IndyCar, but it's cool to get to cover it here today.
Well, I can tell
Uh,
you, being a Jimmy Johnson fan, that I am a new IndyCar fan this year since my boy is gone. So I have had a little bit of interest this year in the real IndyCar series. So I'm excited to see this, man. It's gonna be a good night.
yeah, absolutely. And so right now we've got the 51 car is the fastest on the track. That's Lester, and I'm not going to attempt his last name, so he will be the 51 of Lester this afternoon. And his fast lap is a 32.294. That is hauling the mail.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And right behind him is Isaac Morris in the two machine running a 32.334. So about 4/100ths of a second behind Lester there. And then in third place, we've got Jim Herrick in the number 40 machine, who is about another 4/100ths of a second behind Lester, running a 32.382. And that is going to be your top three in practice, as we've got a couple minutes left here in practice before we run into qualifying.
So
Alan, do you want to tell us what the qualifying format is here?
You know,
I can
I
do it.
haven't gotten into that one.
Okay. So qualifying here is going to be 4-lap timed qualifying. I am not sure yet if it's going to be group qualifying, but I assume that it is. But we will find out together here in about 40 seconds.
Bear with
And
us,
that's
everyone. We are
Last minute,
brand new at Indy Car, so
well,
it's
and you
all
guys
new
are
to us.
well,
you
we
get,
got asked to do this last minute. I'm sure the other broadcaster wasn't aware that he was going to be out today, so we got asked last night by Chris, and we appreciate his offer for reaching out to us, and we're just thankful that we're able to help tonight. And I
absolutely.
wish the other broadcaster the best on his recovery tonight.
Yeah, and if it is group qualifying, then I would expect the lap times to stay pretty similar. But if they do singles, I'm interested to see what times they'll run by themselves.
Absolutely, because as we all know, the draft is such a big player at big tracks like this, but especially
Hmm.
with Indy cars that punch such a big hole in the air.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, looks like
So
we
here
got
we
a couple
go.
people rolling off already.
We've got 10 minutes for these guys to roll and
Got
get some laps
Ryan. Looks
in.
like Ryan Whitaker and
And the
Isaac
two.
Morris out there together on the backstretch.
Yep. I believe these guys, in order to try to get the fastest laps that they can, I think they're probably well. Okay,
They are not
so
running
they are
together.
not
We are
running
just
together.
able to
Yep.
see all of them. So
Yeah.
these are single car runs.
Oh, okay.
So it's not group qualifying.
Cool. I'm excited then. Let's see what these lap times are by themselves.
So let's try to focus on the one car because I think he was the first one off pit road, so he'll be the first one to post a lap.
He was the first
Well,
one off pit road.
your
The two was
fastest in
right behind him.
practices are just past the start finish line.
And what I am seeing is the one car is going a little bit slower than the two. They left pit road. When they left pit road, the two was about a half a straightaway behind him, and he caught him pretty quickly. So, looks like Isaac Morris is your pole sitter for right now. He only ran one lap, and he's stopping.
Well, here comes Lester to the line. Let's see what he gets.
32.70. So right now that is
Fourth place.
fourth place and just dropped another spot. So we'll see as they keep running. They've got about 2 laps to go for the guy that's been out there the longest. So we'll keep following along and seeing who climbs up the board here. Now you said right now Isaac Morris on the pole. His practice time was a 32.334, and his qualifying time is a 32.605. That is 0.3 slower without the draft. So, Corey, you were anxious to see how that would work out. What do you think? Is that about what you expected?
Yeah. I could have seen a tenth or two more, but I'm good. I mean, that's no surprise to me. And what is surprising right now is I don't know if enough about IndyCar and how they run solo at this track, but Lester looks like he has fallen quite a few spots. He's about a tenth off of Isaac's time.
Yeah, I mean he's back there in 9th position right now. 10th position is how'd you say that,
The
Alan?
30.
Kite?
I said Kite.
Kite. Okay, we'll go with that because
He
we'll
wasn't
call him
in the
KB.
he wasn't
KB.
he wasn't
I
in the
like it.
Discord
KB is
for
on
us
the
to ask
pole.
how to pronounce his name.
I can jive
KB
with
is on the
KB.
pole in the 37. So
Just
we've
cracked
got,
fives.
yeah, and we've still got a couple guys out there running. It looks like. So now, let's go back to what we were saying about Lester in the 51. He's 4 tenths of a second off of his practice
Yeah.
pace and all the way down in 10th position. So does this setup bolster more for the race run for him and in traffic? And it kind of looks like it might.
Yeah, I agree. I think it will. And Michigan IndyCar, if it's anything like I think it will be, I'm wondering just how much track position is going to matter.
Do
Well,
you
with those
think this
big
is going to be
runs,
pack
yeah.
racing, or is it going like a lot of drafting, or is it going to get all spread out like a lot of NASCAR races do?
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
going to be pretty well pack racing just because these cars punch such. I mean, they're low profile cars, but they're really wide. And the way that wing sits on the front of the car, it wicks air up into the air. I mean, it wicks it up and to try to get it over the car, as does the spoiler. So it punches a huge hole in the air for those cars behind them. So I can only imagine what that draft is going to be like, what it's going to feel like out there. So I anticipate to see pack racing. What about you, Corey?
I think the same thing. Not so much air for me as it is the tires. I feel like when you look at stock cars, tire wear becomes a factor here. I don't know with these Indy cars being so glued, and what the tire wear is going to be like. Because I definitely don't think at the beginning of this race, I think it'll definitely be real tight racing. I'm interested to see over a 40 lap run if tires come into play.
Definitely. So, Alan, answer your own question. What do you think it's going to happen?
Well,
What do you expect?
I can definitely imagine there being a lot of pack racing. I am trying to answer my own question. Um, it is that's kind of what I expect. I expect these guys to be running close to each other. Maybe it will get a little bit spread out. I mean, we do see a lot of discrepancy between lap times here throughout the field. So maybe there are some guys that can that can go a little faster than others. But at the same time, these guys are likely not going to be able to get away from each other because of the
Exactly.
draft.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Because when I picked how this race could go down is the first fuel run if they're able to stay off each other and run green once everybody comes under green flag pit stops. And I can see down below there's some good sized teams in here, so I assume they'll pit together and then it'll get spread out.
Yeah, we will see how it goes. Let me see if I can get our current second place runner up here. I'm going to see if he'll be willing to chat with us. Give me 1 second.
So
Well, Alan, I'm getting excited. The countdown is on for their final race. You did say that the championship's already decided, right?
yes, and we'll bring up the driver's standings here. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's some vintage NASCAR. Really, I'm not going to talk about NASCAR too much tonight, but uh, back before the playoffs and Chase started, the last 2 to 3 races the championship could already be decided. So it's all about the win. I mean, there's some guys obviously trying to get a good top 5 in points, but it makes for an interesting final race when no one's racing for a championship, just a checkered.
Oh, for sure. So your points champion is Isaac Morris. 470 points. He had well over a 200-point lead over second place
Oh wow,
Philip
yep.
Lee. Then Carlos Gomez Dotero. Jessica. I hope I didn't butcher that.
That's all right.
And then it looks like Jessica Saban. I think it's really small for me. And
Daniel McDonald. Looks like Lester's in 6th. So I'm
that's a
wondering if Jesse
big
can get
wreck.
Isaac in here. I'm wondering if he can get Isaac in here because I'm really interested to see what happened this season to where he has such a huge points lead.
I am too. That would be a good, obviously a good interview for the beginning of this race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just see
I'm
what I
going to get. Well, no, I'm not because I can't pull him up here.
was gonna say. They got about
Alan, can you pull up uh, Isaac out of the TI Racing?
I might be able to.
yeah.
Just
Me
give
and
me a
Alan were talking. I
second.
don't know if you caught that, Jesse, about what. There he is.
Hey, Isaac, it's Jesse and the boys up in the broadcast booth. How's your qualifying going? Looks like you're running P2 at the end here. Is that kind of where you expected to fall, or is that a surprise to you?
Um, Well, I'm not really like an oval person, to be honest. So um, being up in the top half of the field is kind of expected, but not this high up. But P2 is a nice position. Um, so
Definitely.
might just chill out behind Kite and save some fuel and try and get him on the pit stops, or it depends on how the track feels. I might just go all out and try and just get past him on lap one. But
So his
yeah,
name is Kite.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
good. That's answered one
Thank you.
question
We were
for us.
trying to figure out how to say his name. So
I
think
had
we
one quick
settled on
question
KB.
for you. Real quick, since we are late to the party with your season, what happened this season to where you just dominated points wise?
So like I'm a road guy, so I understand how to drive a road course pretty well. All I do is drive these cars around the road courses, so it's pretty much second nature for me now. So when it came to the road courses, it was literally just qualify and just drive away with the race. Um, some races were more difficult than others, but the most of the time it was a win. I think I only came second in one other race where I made a mistake on the last lap, and that's like my only mistake this season.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the championship, and I'll let Alan and Jesse take over. Good luck, buddy.
Hey, thank you guys.
So
There you go.
that was
That was your
Isaac
second place
Morris,
starter.
and your champion. He's already clinched the championship. So
I already like him.
Yeah.
his confidence. He was calm. He's like, man, I'm awesome at road courses, and the oval thing's not my gig, but I'm gonna do my best and see what I can do.
well,
Yeah, and it
he
sounds like
qualified
even
second, so he's pretty good here.
yeah, and it sounds like he's not super sure how the race is going to fold out either. He said may save fuel, may just go for it.
Yeah.
So kind of what we were trying to say earlier. Is it going to be go all out, or is it going to try to save some and beat people on pits?
Yeah, and when you got the title in your hands, man, there's definitely
Yep.
only one goal for him tonight.
Absolutely.
Just win.
All right, well, let's do the rundown here as they get ready to roll off a pit road in about 30 seconds.
You
So
want to do a
starting
national anthem?
Yeah, go for it. Let's do a national anthem. I like that idea.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw it back.
Aren't they getting ready to go green?
Okay, here we go. Go.
Hello, and we are rolling around turn 3 and 4, getting ready to go green here. We've got the 37 of KB on the front row, starting first with Isaac Morris, your championship leader and champion of the series in the second place position. As we've got the pace car dropping down on the apron. Here we go. The green flag is out, and KB takes off. Isaac dropping down into second to follow him.
Kite got a huge jump on the restart, or on the start of this race. Looks like Isaac Morris is going to. He's actually getting challenged for second.
Oh, they got a
and we've
wreck.
got a crash already.
Big wreck coming out of 3.
I couldn't see who that was.
I'm looking at the 10.
Looks like the
Hang on. The
33, 20, and 28 are all slow.
Yep. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened here.
That was the 33, it looked like, getting loose.
Yep, 33 got loose. And among others, wow, interesting. Oh,
wow! I thought he was going to make it.
A couple of cars just didn't quite clear him. Trying to see who those other guys are.
And this league does have one fast repair, so hate to use it this early, but they're thankful to rely on that right there.
Wow.
I mean, it just looked like he got loose, didn't it?
Yeah, I finally got back there to see it, and yeah, he just cold tires got him, and Dan's car is destroyed. Wow.
I mean, watch this. It just lets go on him. Right there. Wow.
Didn't look like
there were a couple of other cars back there that...
Yeah, let's see if we can get on what happened to them back there. Probably just trying to avoid it.
So, who is that? That's the 28, it looks like. And... Oh, he got loose hard.
No, it was the car in front of it. It wasn't Dan.
No, it was the 28.
Yeah,
for sure. It was
28 of Jessica Sabin.
So the 28 got loose going through the corner, got into that green car. I'm not sure who is that. The 23 maybe? No.
You talking about Dan Morera?
Yeah, Dan Morera is in the 26 car.
The 26
who ran in the back of.
Oh,
Jessica.
yeah.
So Jessica gets loose, and he just nowhere to go.
Yeah, I feel I'm sure Dan is really excited about what just happened, But that's the.
Are any of you guys listening to the radio chatter?
There is zero chatter on the radio about this crash.
Really?
Yeah, if there is, I'm not hearing anything.
Nope. The only thing I heard was KB say pace car going into 3.
Yeah, it looks like in the keyboard chat, it just said nobody will be charged a penalty, a solo spin.
Yep.
There were 2 solo spins. So that crash involved, looks like 5 cars. The 48, the 33, the 23, the 28, and the 26.
And it looks like...
really unfortunate for those guys and girls.
Yeah. But you said they have a fast repair, right?
Yeah, they had to tow, so they're kind of just sitting there. Just got towed, getting fixed up. Now the 28 and 26, Dan and Jessica are rolling off pit road right now. Of course, they're going to be 2 laps down.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so now it's for them. It's going to be an interesting 123 laps for them.
Yeah. Definitely so.
Definitely looking forward to the looks like the 37 car had a good start, but once speed was able to build up, Isaac was able to stay in his draft. So interested to see if we can get through a lap here. These guys let their heartbeat settle a little bit and see how this race goes.
We're not just looking for a lap; we're looking for a turn at this point.
Well, I think these guys are going to settle down. They all know what their car's capable of right now.
I've been there. My championship just a couple weeks ago with my league.
Look how
If I
far
didn't have a
back these
faster pair,
guys.
I'd have been screwed.
Look how
Yeah.
far back these guys are from the pace car as Kite gets a big jump in
off.
turn 3.
And it is single car restarts, as the viewers know, in Indy Car. So no double file restarts here. That would be pretty chaotic with these cars, and twitchy they can be, and on edge they can be. So as the 37 making it through turn 1, but I would expect Isaac in that 2 to get a huge
There he
run
goes.
as he swings wide,
Goes to the inside, and
Wow.
goes right around it.
he is around him. Yep.
Wow. That was
And
impressive.
I would expect to see a lot of moves like that, unless you're going to ride back there and save fuel.
Well, you just learned a lot just from that one move, that they can get runs big enough to not only get side by side, but they can complete the pass.
As here is KB coming back on the outside. And not going to get there, but is he going to have that car behind him willing to push?
Looks like the third place car is getting a little bit of a run there.
Yeah, got a little bit of a draft, but he's not taking it. So he's letting these two duke it out, use up their tires. I don't know how bad the tire wear is in these cars, but if it's anything like NASCAR, these guys will use it up pretty quick.
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't know if it's just the name of the game or what, but these guys are not pack racing.
That is
No,
true.
you're right. They're not.
These guys are
there's
running
two
in a line.
distinct packs. Yeah. There's 2 distinct packs. It looks like that second pack may have the cars that were involved in that wreck in it. The 48 you mentioned, and looks like a couple of the other ones back there. So
Yeah, this is
42.
really interesting to see how this is playing out early in the going with these drivers. They don't look like they're being too aggressive here. I'm wondering if they're lifting in the turns when they're behind a car and maybe saving a little bit, seeing if they can get that 2 stop instead of 3.
yeah, and that may be what the second pack is doing. Maybe they're on a different strategy than the first group up here.
Trying to save a little bit of fuel.
Interesting. Man, the speeds though.
Yeah, absolutely. Alan,
Love it.
could we get on board with one of these cars and just have the
I-
experience?
Should be able to get. I mean, I was able to go on board with the 2 good on his gearbox and his nose, but actually, let's go back to that. Like, this is how fast they are going around this racetrack. Just think, you're on that backstretch for about 6 or 7 seconds, and that's it. This is a 2-mile track.
Yeah, they're going 2 miles in about 33 seconds.
It's insane. So,
And our third place driver's 230 miles into turn 1 right there. 230 miles per hour. That's incredible. And only gets down to 212 through the corners.
Nick Fleury.
That's the part that gets
Oh my
me.
gosh.
That's
Nick
awesome.
Fleury out of Michigan is our visor cam driver, and this is what he sees right here. Had to shift it up into 6th. He's got a run.
Just satisfied following at the moment, it looks like.
Am I seeing the 10 car coming off pit road?
Yeah, there was
Yes,
a car
the 10
on
car
pit
did
road.
go to pit road because he was about. Hang on.
That's,
Isaac Lopez.
Isaac Lopez.
Yeah, he was about to go a lap down, so he decided to get out of the leader's way and go on down into the pits.
Not really. I
Kind of single file here. Not
yeah.
not what we were expecting, but I guess if you know, Indy cars on ovals do this a lot, where they just ride and try to make the fuel savings work for them.
Kind of.
So we could see that play out here. And
I
I'm
don't-
curious if this pack in the back is saving fuel or what they're doing exactly. So Let's jump back there and see if we can't pick up on anything else that they're doing differently.
Let's go there.
I'm riding along with the 33 on his gearbox. And
he's got
He's
the
lifting-
Jessica Saban behind him.
he's lifting maybe just a little bit. AJ Stravato.
And I did notice his top speed down the front stretch was not the same as, the leaders. And I think that's got to be planned. Do you think so?
Do you guys know if these guys have fast repairs? You would think they do, but based on the fact
only
that
one
this
that
33
doesn't
is still out there.
Jessica is running in that second car in line. She's a lap down. That's Jessica Saban. She does not have a fast repair because she just used it. And then that fifth car in line there, that green and black one, that is Dan Marrera, and he does not have a fast repair either. So we know for sure those two don't, but these other guys, they all do. But I think it'd be more likely that they're trying to save fuel out
We
here.
got a pass for third.
Third
Battle
place.
for third.
Nick Fleury. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, they've tightened up a little bit.
In fact, yeah, this whole front pack has tightened up quite a bit. So
Yeah. Now this is kind of what more I was expecting to see. Now it's all about who's got the patience here to continue riding and who's going to take the runs they get. As you got, looks like 6th place and 7th battling it out with a possible 3rd contender there.
Yeah, Ryan Eric King in the 14 right there running in 6th place, trying to defend his spot.
oh, and he puts the yellow car in the wall. Is that the one? That's the one
there's
of
a wreck.
Ryan Whitaker.
And Ryan
And that's
is
a
not
3-car
happy about
wreck.
that.
And there's a wreck in turn 3. I just heard on the radio. It looks like the 18 machine has gone around.
Oh, the sour
So the
patch.
Still
one,
going through
the
the glass.
18, and I believe the 46 was also not the 4, maybe the 46. Let's see. No, it's the 5. The 5 was the other car that was involved. So let's go back and take a look at what happened there.
Looks like Lester coming out of 2 gets up, puts Ryan into the wall, and he just couldn't get off the wall. And once he was able to get off, he collected. Who is that in that blue car? I like that car.
That's the 5. Andres Perez.
Yeah, collected him, and then he collects the next guy, and it just, oh man. So you got Andre Perez involved, Philip Lee. So it looks like once Ryan was able to get off the wall, his right front obviously had some heavy damage, and these cars can't really take any kind of a beating. So he went down, and then a couple other wrong place, wrong time.
Oh, Philip Lee was almost around that wreck, but just got clipped in the rear end, in the right rear.
And that may be why they are relaxing, because it looks like once they did get aggressive, it didn't take long before somebody got into an accident.
Well, I mean, that was just a bad block by Lester. He tried to fit in a hole that was not even close to being there, as we've got cars on pit road.
We got Isaac just came off pit road, got beat by
The 21 of Luke Daniels. No relation to Jack. Or maybe there is.
I'd say that's too bad.
All right, what do you guys say to a 60-second break?
I'm good with seconds, not minutes.
All right, you are. So we will be back here after this short break from our sponsors. Welcome back to the TI Racing IndyCar League presented by Apex Sage Coaching. We are coming back with one to go to green as we've got some guys that are getting their race back. We've got the 23 of Matt Telder getting a lap back. We've got the 28 of Jessica Sabin getting one of her two laps back. Dan Morea in the 26 as well getting one of his two laps back. And the 10 of Isaac Lopez getting one of his laps back. So, guys, that puts these guys just one lap down instead of two. They get another caution and choose to stay out, and the leaders come to pit road. We might see them back on the lead lap as we're back to green.
Wow.
And Luke Daniels out front.
He said, "See ya."
Yeah, he did.
Wow, look at how spread out it got already. So we got to pass for fourth.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a Sam Blackwood on the inside of Ryan Eric King. He's going to make it work. He's going to clear him. And here we go. We got a big run coming for the leader as he's going to put a block on the inside on Isaac Morris, not able to make the move, had to check up a little bit, and that's going to put the 37 of Kite behind him.
Oh, something I just saw there was a lot of aero push. These cars are not immune to aero push, just like in NASCAR. That 2 car got drifted up the racetrack just a little bit once that 21 made that block.
Yeah, and he's got another big run going into 3, going to try to make it work on the outside here. I don't know that he's going to be able to get there, but then we've got 4th through 6th place running that high line as well, just trying to get a run. These guys are trying, as we've got a guy looking on the inside of 4th place here. That's Ryan Eric King trying to get that spot back from Sam Blackwood, not able to do it.
Excuse me. Trying to keep an eye on Isaac because the last start he wasted no time getting around the leader. Not having the same luck this time.
And Luke must have done an alternate pit strategy. He stayed out. He did not pit. So he is on old tires with a lighter load of fuel. Did not think it was best for his strategy to pit this early. And so that's how he jumped to the lead here. So he's making those old tires work out front, guys. Is that surprising to anybody?
4th place goes around high side, takes over 4th. That will be Ryan King takes over 4th.
Yeah, and here he goes.
And just like that, within a lap, 4th through 6th is with 1st through 3rd, and now it's like a 6-car pack. As 7th place is that Danny Brennan making a pass on Herrick.
Yeah, Danny Brennan making a pass on Nick Fleury, it looks like. And as we've got all this passing up front is drawing in those guys that were back a little ways. So as we've got Isaac Morris peeking to the inside, and here comes Sam Blackwood on the outside of Kite, and he's there.
Is he going to clear him? You'd think he would.
He's
with the
clear.
Yep.
He gets it.
Yeah, he is on the move.
Wow,
he just
wow.
Oh my goodness, he made that high side work, and he is up to 2nd. He has Isaac Morris cleared, but here comes Isaac Morris back on the high side.
Oh man, this is getting good right here.
Luke Daniels has to get out of the way, otherwise Isaac was just gonna run him over.
Yep,
and he went down to. It looked like he went down to block Sam and let Isaac get to his outside. Now Isaac's got the lead, and I'm afraid Luke is going to be going backwards on those old tires.
He already is. Look at that. He's already lost 3 spots in one straightaway, and he's about to lose
another one. Got a battle for, looks like 4th.
Battle for the lead going down the front stretch. Luke Daniels to the inside leads that lap, and he's going to clear going into 1.
It's like Sam Blackwood's got the
lead. Look at these guys. This is what I call pack racing. Look at them.
This is good stuff right here. The runs they're getting there. There goes Isaac for the lead.
It's amazing.
He's going to clear. Man, these guys are going at it here.
We were just talking under commercial break about how maybe these guys weren't going to race too hard. They were just going to take it easy to the end. No, that's not what they're doing now.
Yeah, there goes
as
another.
We got Sam Blackwood back to the inside, and these guys are swapping every lap.
Oh, there's a crash!
Wow.
Oh, and they're still wrecking.
Huge hit.
Hit the brakes, guys.
Oh my goodness, is that Jessica that I saw just smash the wall? It is.
Ryan
Boy,
Eric
she had
King.
a hard hit. She's
Oh,
forced to
wow.
toe.
When you watch him coming into turn one, guy in the middle, I believe that's Ryan King in the middle.
Yes, Ryan Eric King.
Yeah, he gets squirrely going in. I don't know if
And
he
then
got a
just
little
comes
jittery
up
or
and-
what.
Actually, King was on the outside. And
Okay, who's in the
I'm
middle?
trying to figure out who that was.
Let's see. Okay. Come on.
Who was it in the middle? That
In the
was.
middle was AJ Stravato was in the middle, and he comes in and as they're getting ready to enter one, they're 3 wide. He turns it down into the turn before the guy on the bottom does, and makes contact with him, pushes him up into the 14, causing the 14 and the 33 to get some heavy damage.
Yep. 33
Oh,
goes
oh,
down
late in the
straight.
middle of the turn.
Oh!
Who
And
is
someone
that?
just
That is
clobbers him.
Jessica Sabin. Let's go on board with her, guys. I just watched her on board. It is amazing.
Yep, let's go on
It's
board
such
with
a
Jessica
hard
Sabin,
hit.
28 car.
Wow.
She is thankful that these are on her computer right now because that was a massive impact.
So
I believe
I'll
her
go to the
night will be
cockpit.
done, right?
And
Oh yeah, her night's done. That's her second crash. So
It's like the leaders electing not
what-
to pit this time.
did I miss something?
no, you're not on the right lap.
Oh,
You gotta.
did
go
I
to the next
accidentally?
lap. There you go.
Nope.
One
No.
more.
Okay, yep, here we go.
Is this lap 125 or lap 30? I can't tell. That was very aggressive racing. I love it.
Alan, I think you're on the wrong lap
I
again. This
don't-
is lap 26 that the wreck happened on.
Well, I can't tell what lap this is. I don't. Are you sure it was Jessica Sabin?
I'm positive.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
sitting
just
there
watched the
cockpit on
28.
pit road
28
right
just
now.
clobbers him in the middle of 1 and 2.
Yeah, she was gonna go low, and then they started sliding down the track, and then she was gonna go high.
Just
Okay,
not
well-
Jessica's night.
Yeah, you're way behind, bud.
Don't see her. in the chat,
No,
so-
that's
She had left the race just because that was her final crash.
Well then,
Well, that was
oh,
entertaining.
let's
Did
get
I-
it,
Let's
boys.
see.
Oh, that's what happened. Apparently, I did.
You're
All
in
right.
the wrong car, huh?
Yeah, I was in the
What
wrong
did you
car.
do?
That's why. Somehow I hit the 26 and oh yeah.
And look
There
at
it
this
is.
hit. Bam. Heavy
Sabin
impact.
just nowhere to go.
Well, we got to thank these guys at iRacing for giving them some good, safe Indy cars. No one hurt in that accident. Everyone walks away.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're all thankful. I know Jessica's thankful because that hit was massive.
Yeah.
I had to chuckle there. I couldn't hold it in.
Hey, you gotta have some fun, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
What else is broadcasting for other than fun?
Good old-fashioned entertainment, and the people watching, we are learning a lot about these cars as they go. So, as
And
the
how
laps
quickly they
progress,
fall apart.
hopefully we continue to get better.
And so just a reset on the drivers on track and what's been going on. So Lester was given an EOL for that last caution running into Ryan Whitaker. Is that his name? Is that who he
Yes,
hit?
Ryan
Yeah.
Whitaker.
Okay,
one
yeah,
car.
there he is. He just retired. So okay, so he was assessed a penalty. Now Lester is running in the 17th position, 2 laps down. So, and then on this last caution, admins are saying driver that caused the caution is no longer in the server, so there will not be a penalty assessed this time.
And
As we are coming back to the green flag here, and we have Sam Blackwood out front. He was the one making all those bold moves last time, so now he's got everybody behind him.
Let's see if Isaac
Holding
can time this
back
a little bit better
as the
than
pace
last time.
car as the pace car goes to pit road. There they go. They're green.
And they're off. Had a great start. Isaac had a little better start. Kite behind him, not so good. And Kite has Nick Fleury all over his bumper. Who got a great restart
Here
on
comes
Kite.
Isaac for the lead.
He's running a little lower. Not going to be able to get there as they go down out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Sam Blackwood out front. Isaac Morris in second. Chasing them is Kite in the 37 and Nick Fleury in the 50. Isaac to the inside, gonna make the pass.
What a woo! I might call that a slide job. What do you think?
I'd say that's a slide job in an Indy car, absolutely. As here comes Sam back to the inside.
Oh, he goes. Look at him.
Is he gonna? He clears. He's gonna be on the bottom though. That's gonna give Isaac a big run down the backstretch here. Is he gonna sling it back around just like they did the last time?
Get him, Isaac.
These guys are just slingshotting each other. Isaac Morris, your points leader, all he's going for is the win, and he has the lead now with, well, on lap 32.
And I would say they're not going to be content this way. I would expect Sam to bring it on back, and here he goes.
There he goes. Wow.
After every turn. It's incredible how big the runs are down these straightaways.
And all these guys are doing is playing games, and that's letting third and fourth and so on back catch up. But neither one of them are content to run in second right now. As here he goes again, Isaac Morris back to the bottom.
And this just tells you that first 20 or so laps that we were watching, that first stint, they definitely weren't pushing.
No, absolutely not. And Isaac's getting the better of this because he's passing in turn 3, getting to lead the lap, and then Sam is coming back around him, but Isaac passes him back again before the start-finish line.
Just like you said, here comes third place, going to challenge both these guys. Let's see what he can do.
Kite Bomber's back.
Going to the inside. He wants part of this battle. He says, that looks like fun. Let me join.
But here comes Sam to the outside. They're looking 3 wide.
Looks like the rest of the field kind of hanging out. These top 3-4 guys are really getting aggressive.
They're waiting for these guys to get into a wreck.
Well, Isaac and Sam are great. I mean, they're both. Isaac said he's not a big oval guy, but you wouldn't know watching tonight.
He's a car control guy for sure, and you watching. As here they go again, Sam to the bottom. This time he wants to lead the lap on turn 4.
Yep. He's got it. Now will third place of Kite get a run? Doesn't look like. I wonder if he's hanging back, letting them duke it out.
Yep. Isaac back to the bottom. Clear that spot going into turn 1. As this has brought the top 6 drivers within a second of first place. So this has definitely tightened the field up as these guys are just back there drafting on these giant.
And about to
these
be
guys
the
are
top 7 up into a second, as Carlos Dotero is right there, sitting there behind 6th place with Jim Herrick.
Just pure entertainment. I mean, this is just great stuff. Back and forth, you know. And if this were the end of the race, you'd want to be, at first you'd want to be Isaac, but now it looks like Sam's the one getting the runs out of 4.
It's amazing. How do you strategize your way? This is a chess match, even on the racetrack. A lot of
100%.
Drivers would equate the chess match to being like on the pit strategy and stuff like that. But the real chess match is out on the racetrack when you're trying to get that run off of turn 4 to get across the line first.
Well, and that's what these guys are doing right now is learning. They're trying to learn, where do I need to get a run to be able to make it happen at the start-finish line? As right now, they stalled out next to each other down the backstretch, so we haven't seen that yet. Is that some gamesmanship being played in that learning game we just talked about? Yep. Keep them side by side.
Oh, Sam got that one.
So if you keep them side by side instead of clearing them, you might be able to clear them before the start-finish line. So these guys are learning just like we're learning, and it's amazing to watch how they're... And he's going to block the inside, but he's going to let him go to the outside, so Sam Black...
Isaac gonna get through.
Oh,
man.
almost touched
Oh.
there.
Keeps
That
it
was
off
close.
the wall, though. But that's going to open the door for Kite to second place.
Woo! Oh my goodness!
It's amazing that he kept that car off the wall. And
It's
here he
amazing
comes.
that
He's
they
battling
kept it
back.
off each
He's
other.
once more.
He ain't done. He's not done, boys.
Back to the outside. Put Sam back in second place.
Wow.
Meanwhile,
I
we've
think-
got
Now he's got Nick Fleury behind him. Is that Kite bowing out?
a
Well, yeah, I
three-car
mean,
battle
like
there
you
for
said,
fourth
Jesse.
place.
You got 8 cars now. I mean, the more they keep playing around with each other, the more cars start closing in.
And that's just going to make the battle even more crazy because they're not going to be content to ride back in 8th once they catch the pack. They're going to want to get up there and be a part of the show.
Oh man, and what a show it is! This is awesome. You got looks like Sam right back on Isaac, gonna go for the lead again.
It's amazing. He lost so much momentum through that corner, that happenstance in turn 3 2 laps ago, and already he is back around Isaac Morris, racing for the lead.
Well, Jesse,
Not
I think
so fast.
I think
Isaac
we
to the
figured
outside.
out. Woo! I think we figured out why Jimmy Johnson doesn't want to race ovals.
No doubt. I think we found out where Jimmy doesn't want to race ovals when Jessica slammed in that stopped car.
Woo! This is crazy. Good stuff.
Side by side down the backstretch into turn 3. Isaac on the outside, I'm sorry. And Sam on the inside. They almost touch again.
Now, will Nick be more aggressive than Kai was and try to join this fun, or is he going to hang back?
I would expect him to be aggressive. Look at him. He's already all over him.
Yeah, he's all right on their bumper. Or these guys don't have bumpers.
Kite has actually fallen off of this lead pack. He's dropped to 6th place now,
Yeah.
as he's just trying to keep his car clean all the way to the end. Because
Yeah, I think he saw those guys touch and said, I don't want any of this. I need to get out of here.
Well,
there's
Alan, when did they go green? How many laps ago was that?
looks like 15 or 16 laps ago, or 14,
Okay.
14 laps.
So
Yeah,
this-
14 laps.
So they still got a while before they got to worry about fuel.
Well, not necessarily, because these guys didn't pit on the last caution.
Ooh, you're right. That's right.
Yeah, so these guys are running lap 27 right now on their fuel run. So,
Side draft.
Side by side, coming out of 4. This is going to be interesting. If they keep playing this game all the way through this run, who's gonna play nice guy and line up single file for pits?
So
nice
what were you,
guy, what's that?
what were
You're
you
asking the
saying,
wrong
Jesse,
person.
just then? Oh, Isaac
Isaac!
Morris! Oh, and he gets clipped by Sam Blackwood.
And he is front end is
Man.
smoked.
That is
Yeah,
a
that's unfortunate.
destroyed race car.
And there's the yellow.
Oh! Boy, that purple car almost got into
Isaac
him.
is not happy.
You guys hear him on the radio?
Yes,
Yes, he's being respectfully angry.
yes.
Put it that way.
Well, let's go back and take a
I'm
look
watching
and
it
see
right
what
now.
happened to that in that wreck, because
Yeah.
obviously you guys saw it live, but
Here we go. Let's see. So, nope. Yep. Isaac stayed in his lane. Sam came up, clipped him. So just whenever you're changing leads every single turn,
something
fate
is
will
bound to
have
happen.
it. Something's gonna happen, and
Yep.
they're
Yeah.
both obviously not happy. Isaac will get his fast repair, and with his aggressiveness, I think he'll get back up there. Yeah, but you can see. I mean,
Yeah,
they come in, and it's just about a half a lane. He comes up. That's all it takes.
So you're
Yeah,
riding on
absolutely.
board with Isaac Morris, and he can't currently see. Oh, he didn't even see Sam Blackwood come up the track.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see on the onboard. Maybe TV1 gives it a little
Well,
bit.
and you can see here on iRacing that Sam has been given the EOL, so
Yeah,
race control has agreed with what we have seen as well.
yeah, and Sam's frustrated. He got nearly put in the wall by Isaac. We
Hey,
didn't
Jeff.
go and look at that, but Yes.
Leaders are on pit road, and guess what? It's not Sam and it's not Isaac.
Who
Yeah,
is it?
that's right. We've got
we
Nick
got Nick.
Fleury in the lead, leading them down pit road, the 50 car. And then Danny Brennan was in second in the 25. And guess who looks smart in all of that? The
Yes,
37
sir.
of Kite Baumensbach.
Yep. 37 is going to come out there nice and clean. So you're going to have the 50 of Nick Fleury. Looks like he's going to come out of that one in the front, man. So our two guys that for the last 10 or 15 laps have just been putting on a hell of a show are both going to be in the back.
Yeah, and they're still going at it on
Yep.
radio. So
They are.
still disagreeing, being respectful, but disagreeing nonetheless. But we got a reset here. We got who came out first? We were waiting on the wave around cars, and we are going to have a bunch of wave around cars. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 cars that are 1 lap down or more. So they should all take the wave around. It looks like Isaac Morris is still on pit road. So
Looks
he's
like,
not going to be taking the wave around.
Taking a look at the standings, I don't know if I'm reading this correctly, but it looks like Nick Fleury is out of Michigan.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Ooh, looking for a
So-
home track win.
And you know that puts a little more fire under his seat as we
Heck
come across the
yeah.
line to reset the running order here.
One
then,
lap
let me just
to
say,
green. The
this
pace
track-
lights are out.
This track, real quick, guys. Whew, you're driving along the highway and you pull off to some country highway, and then 30 minutes, an hour later, boom, there's this track, and it is a great facility, a lot of fun to be at. But now, man, I don't know what to watch, the lead, or let's see how fast the old Sam and Isaac can get back to the front.
One guy that I have been watching is Luke Daniels, that 21 car. He led a few laps early on in this race after not going into pit road, and then dropped back to the back. He took tires that last caution and dropped to about he dropped to the last car on the lead lap 7 seconds, 8 seconds behind the leaders.
And that was after he stayed out on those old tires. So absolutely. Now you
Well,
said you
no,
were
those
looking
were
out
on.
for...
That was on the new tires.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Well, here we
wondering
go.
what his strategy was. Like,
Yeah,
was
they
he
come into
trying to
3.
save fuel? Is he still
No,
going to try to
yeah.
save fuel?
Yeah, we'll find out as these guys are coming around turn 3. Wait until they get to the line in turn 4 where they will start accelerating. 55 miles an hour. That takes an eternity here at a 2-mile track. And the spotter saying, wait, wait, wait. Here we go. Rolling, 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 and he's off.
He is
Boy,
gone.
Nick Fleury leaves him. Danny Brennan in second in the 25 car was snoozing as Kite is all over him in that 37 car making a pass for position.
Get him an air mattress, boys. Let him take a nap.
And Danny falls back to third.
But here he comes. Big run.
Wow. All
Half
over
a
his
track.
teammate.
Half a track, boys. They made that up.
Unbelievable.
That was almost, what? That was 0.8 of a second
Here
that
he
he was
comes.
behind.
We got a new Sam and Isaac in the house. We got Nick and Danny.
By the way,
Oh,
guys, just
don't
an
forget
update.
Kite.
Isaac is now in 18th place, 2 laps down after having to tow to pit road.
Hmm.
And let's keep an eye on Sam in the 74 car. He is up to 9th position, it looks like, as we've got a battle for the lead going. No shock there.
I'm telling
As
you,
Danny
these
and Nick are going back and forth, just like Sam and Isaac. And these
he's
guys look like
going-
they're teammates, so
And looks like Sam Blackwood has lost Luke Daniels' draft. He's
Yep.
going to start
and he'll catch it
falling off.
again if these guys keep. He might have some damage too, though. If these guys keep swapping the lead like this, you know, that's just like the last run. It's going to pull that second back closer and closer. as things have kind of singled out here. That's I say that, and
comes
here they go
Fleury.
again.
Yeah, but look, now there's one for fourth too. 2 wide,
As
double.
we're 2 wide, 2 rows deep. And that is Nick Fleury in the lead with Danny Brennan behind him going to the inside. And then right behind them, we've got Kite Bomersbach watching this battle play out. And is he going to be satisfied just to ride back there, guys, and watch these guys go at it? Hope they don't crash.
Keep in mind, there is still 75. There's still almost 75 laps left in this race. This is too early to get involved in a wreck,
Look.
as
Oh, man.
obviously shown by Isaac Morris.
That second pack's getting aggressive too up there.
Yeah, as is this for third and fourth place, Carlos
Isaac.
Detero.
Isaac taking it 3 wide going into 3.
Oh, here they are, yeah.
Isaac racing like a madman after going 2 laps down.
That lead thing, I feel like we're going to beat a dead horse tonight. They just keep doing it every lap.
Well, and there's guys doing it throughout the entire pack, too. So they're going all over, as you can see on the screen right here. That's what, 7th, 8th position. And these guys are running like they're running for the lead.
And,
But that's the only way you're going to get up there, is to make aggressive moves and passes like the guys in the lead are doing.
Well, you got to get in behind. You got to get into the draft and try to keep your momentum up. This racetrack is all about momentum. And I mean, even in NASCAR, you want to maintain your momentum because you're limited on the top speed. These cars are going so fast around the corners that you're reaching your top speed quicker. So you just have to get to that point as fast as you can.
Sam just made a pass on Tim Miller for 7th. He's going underneath Isaac and going underneath, who's that, Jim Herrick?
I believe
there he
so.
goes. He just got 3 for 1.
Oh, Isaac
Sam
Morris
up to 5th.
almost got squeezed into the wall.
Sam up to P5. He just got 3 cars in turn 1. That was awesome.
Incredible.
And if you're Isaac, you've got the championship locked up. Are you thinking retribution here if you catch him?
Well, he had passed Sam, and then Sam drafted him, and he got back around him. So we'll see where the sportsmanship lies here.
I don't. In Indy Car, retribution is very much.
Oh, I think we're about to find out. He's going to put him 3 wide
3
down the
wide.
backstretch.
He's not giving him any breaks, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, retribution is, like you said, Alan, it's a little bit harder in any car to pay somebody back.
Without completely destroying your car, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can give a nudge coming out of turn 4 with a stock car, but not these bad boys.
Yeah, and there they are, as racing would have it, side by side into one, as Sam gets the best of that as he was on the bottom and Isaac had to check up. So Sam back up to 5th place, going to try to slide in line, get a draft, and jump back to the inside for 4th.
Oh, for P4.
Guys
that
are
arrow
tight.
push.
Yeah, a little. I mean,
Now we've got a battle for 2nd. Right
2
in front
wide,
of him.
3 deep.
wow. And Isaac Morris is in that mess of cars right there. He still wants to be up there. He wants to get one of his laps back the hard way.
And that's about the only way he's going to get him, because there's a slew of cars 1 lap down in front of him. So he'd have to get the lucky dog, the wave around, and have some other good luck, as that was close between Isaac Morris and Danny Brennan.
Leaders, they just don't stop. The runs, the arrow push.
So these guys are 2 wide, 4 rows deep again. As Isaac does a slide job, I'd call that a slide job, Corey, on Sam.
Well, certainly would. And now they both got runs on the leader.
What are they going to do? Outside, inside?
It seems to me the inside you can make the pass, but on the outside you lose the straightaway speed.
Look at Morris.
Isaac
He's going
goes
in the
3
middle.
wide. A lap car going 3-1. I love it.
Wow.
And can he
And
take
he
control
has
of this
his
race,
lead.
guys?
Or he has, well, he's
Yeah,
the leader of
that's
this
a
pack.
great point. Can Isaac maintain that and hope for a yellow?
He needs a yellow.
He's going to
pretty
have to
much
be
now.
aggressive. He's going to have to block. Is he going to be willing to do that?
I don't know. Do you block or do you just play the cat and mouse game of first and second, first and second?
Well, I don't know what the rules are here, but in regular IndyCar, you can be penalized for blocking a move if it's late because of how dangerous it is. So you have to be the first one to make the move. Like, you have to go low before the second place runner goes low, or
Makes
you
sense.
can be penalized.
18
Wow.
car going down pit road, lap car, so not a big deal. It looks like we're going to start having pit stops for the wave around cars.
Yes, that car, the 23, has run 35 laps since his last pit stop. And I'd say the 18 was probably on that pit strategy as well. And Lester in the 51, he is currently 1 lap down.
41 laps.
But he has run 41 laps on that tank of fuel, and he is begging for a caution right now. Because he would be the wave around car. And I have to believe these guys have run enough laps on 17 lap tires to come in and get some new ones. As Isaac able to hold the pack behind him as Nick Fleury goes to the outside. I say that. I gave him the broadcaster's jinx.
See what he can do coming out of 2 here.
He's going to maintain. I expected him to fall back a lot farther than that. As Isaac surges in the corner again,
Wow.
is he able just to keep his foot down farther because he's got fresher tires?
On pit road.
I believe that's the
coming down
51.
pit road.
Yep.
Oh, Lester coming down by himself. That's an interesting choice. You think coming down?
Well, he didn't have a choice. He
was-
was on 43 lap fuel
yeah.
run, and
Yeah.
so he didn't have a choice. His choice. He was trying to stay out there and get a caution. Unfortunately, not going to be his day today, or at this point anyway. Going to fall 2 laps down here, and going to have to work harder just to get that wave around again.
Man, I don't know what he's doing different than the leader, but man, when Isaac was out there before, him and Sam, they were trading no problem. But Isaac is like, I am not going to let you by.
And I know it's not. I'm just shocked that, I thought he would have fresher tires, but no, he only pitted 1 lap before these guys. So, or 1 lap after, I'm sorry. So it's only 1 lap on tires, but he's just,
And that was a
his
caution
speed
lap.
is impressive. Right.
Well, and like he said in the pre-race, he's very comfortable in these cars, so he's showing it very well.
Yeah, as we've got a battle for 6th and 7th for 5th and 6th as Dan Mora, I'm sorry, these are the 6 cars in line. So Dan Mora moves in front of Edu Vila to,
Go ahead,
that's not even a position, that one's a lap down. Edu Vila.
I like it.
Ida Vila.
It's very festive.
Dan Morera is the 26 car.
Yeah, it shows he's an 11.
Yep, I was looking at the leaderboard and these guys are a lap down, so that messed me up.
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of I feel like I'm catching my breath here. We're 70 laps in and somebody's not making a pass right now.
Yeah,
Well-
absolutely. I think these guys have finally tried to settle down so that they're not running out of fast repairs. I mean, we've seen, 3 giant crashes, and fast repairs have to be used early in the race, so they're finally looking at the leaderboard going, oh my gosh, we've still got over half this race left.
And
Yeah, and
the 23 to pit road now. He had 41 laps on his tires.
So that must be as long as they can run is 41 laps on a fuel run if they're absolutely pushing it. So we might have to keep that in mind for a long green flag run. And that's what these guys may be preparing for right now, settling into some lap times.
Oh,
Because right now,
no, nope, man.
so right now, just to give our viewers some context, Nick Fleury is running a 32.895 as his last lap. So he's running a 32.9. His best lap of the race was a 32.3. So
Wow.
he is, half a second off pace. So I have to say these guys are probably saving tires right here, even though they're still going after it, trying to get around Isaac. And if you're Nick, your job, you want to keep him a lap down. You do not want to let that guy get his lap back. Laps
No.
back.
Absolutely not. Because he is so fast.
Well, everybody right now is. I don't know if there's a unspoken agreement right now, but they're being pretty nice.
So,
Well, and I think that has to do with these top. It looks like the top 4 drivers, they'll have similar paint schemes. So are they teammates? Could this
Oh
be a
yeah,
teammate deal?
yeah. Let's check it out. Who is that? Let's go take a peek.
So it
I'd
looks
say
like Kite
definitely-
is the only one that has a different paint scheme than the other 4 there. So
yeah, definitely 3 of the top 4.
and Kite, kind of the odd man out, is going to kind of go with them because he wants to stay in that draft and pit with them and do everything. As it looks like Sam Blackwood just moved up to 2nd place. So a guy that was given an EOL at the last caution back up to 2nd. We know he's not going to want to sit there.
Man, the tire wear. I'm impressed. I mean, a half a second. That's a decent amount. I mean, it's not terrible, but that's enough to where maybe that one lap is giving them just that hair amount enough to stay out front.
And, what am I going to try to... You can go full throttle around this track in these Indy cars. Actually, really easily. So, to see a half a second on tire wear it's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But can you go full throttle around this track for 40 laps on old tires in traffic?
That I don't
Exactly.
know.
And I think that's why you see a lot of guys when they're not making moves, it seems to be in the middle and the high side. But whenever they're trying to, like Isaac's been maintaining at the bottom, but how long are his tires going to let him do that?
I think as long as he's above that bottom groove, he might be okay. But I agree with you. He's being respectful of the leader. He's not coming up and blocking him down the backstretch or doing anything egregious. He's just staying in front of him in the corner, and if a caution were to fly, hoping that guy's going to be a nice guy and kind of let him go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been
But if I'm Nick, I'm not going to let him go.
No.
I'm going to keep that guy 2 laps down.
Let's see.
Well, he hasn't been able to maintain that advantage to keep him 2 laps down.
No, absolutely not.
Isaac is just fast enough, even across the line, to be able to stay in front of him.
Yeah, and Sam is starting to kind of get antsy behind 2nd place. You see him running a groove higher.
Look at that 3
And
different
getting,
line.
yeah. As Nick's going to go to the bottom and get that draft and slide up. So they pull him a little bit on the front stretch, but on the back stretch of that last time, he pulled up pretty fast.
Am I seeing how many laps have these guys got on this fuel run right now? These leaders.
We're on
31
lap
laps
31.
on
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I had the right info.
I think if they go 10 more laps, they can make it on fuel from here. Or from there. So,
Well, and if that's
hitting
going to
with
be
about
right
30 to
on the fuel
39 to
window.
go.
Wow. How about that? So if these guys keep it clean, which you gotta, it's the same old thing the last 5 to 10 laps where the leader gets side by side but doesn't actually finish the pass. If they keep it clean, is everybody gonna make it?
Most
And I just think these guys are saving fuel right now. There's no question. I mean, the leader's last lap was a 32.9. So, like, almost a 33. So they're not pushing right now. They're doing this fuel saving, gonna bank on making it. I would expect fuel savings in that last run until maybe 5 or 10 to go. and
Yep.
then it's going to be like it was in that,
You know what? Just
the quarter stage of the race.
I'm wondering if that's what's happening
that
right
was
now with your
almost.
leader. I wonder
was
if he's getting
close.
the runs, chilling on the straightaways instead of pushing, getting back behind him, and just kind of cruising.
Drafting.
Nobody's made any moves on him, so what reason has he had to be overly aggressive about it?
Exactly. And you see him every single lap come down here on the front stretch,
Right
draft a
there,
little
yep.
bit, get up high in the corner, get air on the nose, make the turn pretty easily, and then you see the cars behind him, they all run a different line to get that air on the nose, be easy on the tires when you get that air on the nose and not be pushing the car super hard. So yeah, I bet that is the game here. And I'm looking through the field and all of these guys none of them are pushing very hard.
Wow.
But they're all trying to keep their tires from getting too badly wore out by finding new lines from behind the cars
He
in
got
front of
third. He tried to.
So at this point, this is going to be who can go the fastest while going slow. And right now I'm looking at our driver in 6th place, and that's the 48 of Carlos de Toro, who ran a 32.695. Now he's not looking to pass anybody right now, but he's got the most pace the last handful of laps. He's been the fastest car on the track, so he is going faster. Yeah.
From what I've noticed.
Yep. And that lap it was Tim Miller in the
42.
What is that? 42? Yeah, in the 42 machine. So it's kind of been bouncing around as you would expect, on a normal track where you can hold it wide open, burp the throttle here, burp it there, and then just kind of maintain what you can. So
Yeah,
it's going to be pit entry and pit exit. Who does that the best? And I think we're going to find that out here in about 6 laps.
If that, man, this is going to get
Oh.
We need our own Wendy Venturini down here.
As we got Danny Brennan going to the inside, so these guys are starting to position themselves here. Danny Brennan making a move into 5th place.
Look at that hornet's nest.
Jim Herrick back on the outside as we've got Sam Blackwood and Kite going at it. Oh, Sam in the wall.
Sam hit the wall. That's
all by himself. That's not gonna be good on those tires and aerodynamics and shocks and everything that's exposed here. So he's got to hold on and just get to this caution, and then maybe take a faster pair if he hasn't done it already.
Let's go back and
as we've got drivers calling pitting in. We've got drivers coming down pit road this time, Alan.
Okay, got it.
As the leader ducks off, that's going to be your leader, Nick Fleury, into pit road before everyone else. You would expect that, he's out front. He's using more gas than everybody else.
Yeah. He's been running side by side with Isaac Morris and, not saving any fuel. So, but that's not going to hurt him. He can make it from here on fuel.
Yes, he can.
He's just going to have a couple lap older tires than everybody else.
Yep, as we've got,
and the 26 are in too.
And everybody else besides the 2 staying out one more lap.
Isaac Morris, the guy who dominated the beginning of this race, but is now 2 laps down after that accident with Sam Blackwood.
So let's see where these guys cycle out that are coming off pit road. Where out on the track are they going to get compared to our leaders here? And then let's watch their lap times and see what kind of laps they're able to put together. Right now they're going to be a lap down, so these guys might as well run it out another handful of laps.
So the 50 is a lap down, and you can see him on the track map. He is right there behind, he just crossed the start-finish line. He's right there behind this pack going into turn 1.
Worth noting real quick, guys, your fastest in practice, Lester, was disconnected due to internet issues, and is now looks like 9 laps down.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
so
wow.
It looks like his night is going to take an early exit.
And we've got leaders
lots
pitting.
Of guys pitting, yeah.
Your leader last time across the line after the 50 pitted, the 37, Kite, is on pit road. Let's watch his stop.
See how these guys all come out together.
Car's down.
Oh, it's going to be tight. It looks like they're at the line now. They're not going to make it. They're going to blow past them. And there they go.
Wow. Interesting.
Just that 2 laps. My goodness.
So does that put Carlos in the lead?
And I
That
tell
does
you,
put Carlos. I don't think he's pitted yet. No, the top
nope.
4 have not pitted yet. So the 48, the 21, the 42, and the 46 have not pitted.
They got to come this time.
Yeah, they're on lap 43. They have to.
so the 37,
But they don't. They stay out.
the 37 would cycle out to be the leader
Okay.
when the
Yeah.
guys in front of him
pit
pit.
road hit the wall. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Well, who was it?
Let me hold on.
Was it
Was
the
it-
48?
Let's see. What is that?
Actually, it looks like Jim Herrick is going to jump out to the lead in the 40 car. He is.
Oh, Jeff locked
No,
up.
I'm
Jeff
sorry.
Destino locked up his brakes coming into pits.
Oh,
Oh,
there
my
it is.
goodness.
Carlos,
The
and
40
he slams into the wall.
Yep, the 46. He locked him up bad and nearly hit the barrels.
Wow.
Meanwhile, we've got the rest of the leaders on pit road. And Kite is coming off turn 4 right now as they're rolling out of their pit stalls.
Here comes Kite.
There he goes.
Past
they're
the
gone.
20.
There he
21.
goes.
He is gone, boys.
He is the leader.
And we've got his, what looks to be his, not his teammate, nope. So then we've got Danny Brennan in the 25 in second place. We've got Sam Blackwood in third place, who is 2.5 seconds behind Danny and 5 seconds behind Kite. And then Nick Fleury in fourth, who is looking to pass Sam right now on the outside going into turn 1.
Am I
So-
reading that right?
Jesse, I think this is a good opportunity, since we're into the last run, to talk just a little bit for a couple laps about our normal weekly racing series that we just started up last week. We've got Corey here in the booth. I kind of want to ask him a couple questions.
Yeah, go for it, Alan.
Fire away.
So Corey, last week, not a great race for you, although it was looking like it was a good race.
So let's set it up. We also
go
broadcast
ahead.
for the
The
TI NASCAR Cup Series here at iRacing. So it's got the same owner as this IndyCar League and Chris Lewis. And so we've got the NASCAR Cup Series guys that race on Thursday nights. So we were racing at Auto Club Speedway. Corey set himself up great late in the race with some amazing pit strategy. Was running near the front. Was on a little older tires. As
We've
we've
got
got
a
a caution
caution.
on the track.
Caution on the track. 5 cars stopped on the front stretch.
What happened here?
Andre Perez. Let's see. What did he do? Oh, Andre Perez gets loose coming out of 4. Maybe was he trying to pit?
Make a last-second bomb into pit road?
Because it just goes around on him coming out of 4.
No, he was not going slow enough to try to pit. He was
I
at
think-
210 miles an hour.
So did he
When he
pit
lost
the
it
lap
there.
before that? Let's see.
Do you guys hear any radio chatter?
Nothing.
Nope.
Solo spin, no penalty. Is what I see there.
Yep, that's all I see.
So
Interesting.
running in 15th place, he was on 35 lap old tires, trying to maintain that 1 lap down that he got from everybody else pitting, and just loses it coming off turn 4.
Well, I don't see these guys coming into pit road. Kite is only on lap 8 of his run, so
Well, we might have some leaders taken. We'll have to wait and see here because there's a couple guys that are on a little bit older tires, like Nick Fleury, 11 lap tires, and then
Matt
farther
Telter.
back, Telter on
And
27.
Isaac
Dan Moore.
Lopez was not. I'm trying to watch this replay a little closer. Lopez was not close enough to Perez, I don't believe, to cause any kind of his rear end to go out from underneath him. He had a good car length in between each other, so it looks like just got loose.
What'll happen is here we go. We've got the guys in the back coming to pit road. It looks like that's going to be the 26 of Dan Mora, Matt Telder, and the 25.
Well, boys,
And the 23.
if you want a caution, just try to ask me some questions.
Hey, that's how it
apparently
always
that's what happened with Larry Mack all the time.
Oh man.
Well, now here we go. This is going to reset the field, guys. You know,
Yep.
no more saving fuel. These guys are good to go now. What are you guys expecting?
Is he going to get both laps back, or is he going to start this a lap down?
Oh, that's a really good question. Did
Morris
Isaac
gets his
Morris
lap back? This is going to be a race, boys.
I'm showing Morris is only one lap down.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking over here at my leaderboard now. That's what I see him as.
Well, not all the leaders pitted, so he's not going to get a wave around, and I'm showing he's the last car one lap down.
Well, we're coming down to the nitty gritty here, and because these cars are going so fast, you're going to have a little over 25 laps. So you're looking at what, 15 minutes left of racing, 20 tops if this goes green.
Okay, guys, breaking news. Breaking news. Admins have just waved around everybody that was one lap down.
Oh my goodness.
The fun flag.
The fun flag is out here at Michigan.
Woo woo.
This
That
changes
has made a
everything.
lot of drivers unhappy.
Yes, I was going to say, you just made a lot happy and a lot very unhappy.
Yeah,
made the
you made us
broadcast
happy.
I was about to say, you asked me what I thought was going to happen. Well, let me tell you, it's about to go down.
And here's another wrinkle that, you know, I can understand the guys that are on the lead lap being super mad about this because all these guys that are a lap down, just got the wave around, just came to pit road to get fresh rubber.
Yeah,
Isaac Morris was one of those guys, and it's going to be thrilling to see him come through the pack.
Well, and you know, when I look, guys, when we looked and we talked about it, yes, we see it. Morris is gone. The championship is his, but the rest of them, I mean, there's some battles where, you know, Jessica Saban was fourth. She's out. So you got Daniel McDonald, Lester's out too. So, I mean, you've got some guys in there that they can make up a couple spots and points. And so I can understand frustration.
Morris is down pit road with one lap left to go to the green flag. And these guys, the 37 is setting up to take the green flag, and Morris is on pit road. He might lose his lap.
I am not going to pretend to understand what's happening there. Unless he got some sort of damage.
Yeah, I don't know why he's pitting right now when he could have. I guess he got waved around, and this is his first time to get back around.
He did have 13 laps on his tires, but he's not going to be able to catch the field before they. Oh, he's fixing damage.
Not.
He's stuck on pit road. He's fixing damage.
He's just retired himself.
Yep, Isaac Morris just announced he retired himself. And
due to the call of giving him a wave around.
Wow.
He does not, as we're back to green, guys.
Wow. First and second.
My head's spinning. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man. Danny Brennan just went on
So everybody's still furious on the radio at admin, but, you know, admin makes the ultimate call. So let's watch the leaders here.
First and second got a huge jump. It's going to take a couple laps for the three cars.
Well, fourth place is Sam Blackwood. I don't think he's going to want to ride. He's going to be one of third place to push him up there. But again, he's riding with teammates. So is he going to race a little different than he did with Isaac?
Carlos and Jim need to hook up and just run around until they catch the two leaders.
It is Kite versus Danny right now. Danny in the lead, Kite in second, not too far back. And then about a second back is Nick Fleury in third.
Yeah, the further back you go, it becomes single file. Nobody's being aggressive, but first and second are right there with each other, and then third, fourth, and fifth. You got fifth place right on the bumper of fourth. They really need to stay hooked up, not make any aggressive moves so they can close that gap. Yeah, I as a racer on here, and I consider myself a decent one. I would be on board with the frustration, but I also understand the fun side. You know, it's the last races of the season. The people that are laps down, you know, it's kind of have fun, but at the same time, you do have people still. You know, there could be some shuffling in the points. So
As we've got Kite out there taking the lead, passing Danny. So these guys are they going to start the back and forth and let the rest of this field back in it? They are.
They are going back and forth because here comes
Danny back to the inside. He's going to make the pass, and here comes third and fourth. Let's watch their split times here.
I'm going to rub the old magic 8 ball and say they do this, it's going to be a handful of laps, and it's going to be a 5-car battle for the lead.
Yeah, so right now, Nick Fleury is 0.8 of a second behind Danny and Kite at the line.
Nick Fleury is 0.5 of a second. He's only a half a second back. His last lap time was a full 1/10 of a second faster than both the top two.
32.5 to 32.6. Yeah, wow. Or no, Sam had a 32.4.
Sam Blackwood. That's a fast lap.
That's his best lap.
Yeah, that's one of his best laps.
Oh, no, that is one of his best laps. Oh, my gosh.
Well, he was with those guys in those 3 cars behind, and he's
Jim
said, no,
Herrick.
I'm not waiting.
Jim Herrick in the 40 car just ran his fastest lap, and he's running in 6th.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
And Lester in the 51 running 7 laps down just ran the best lap of the race, a 32.18.
Wow.
So these guys are letting them hang out now as we've got a battle for 4th place.
That is what I call full throttle all the way around the racetrack in the draft.
Yeah, we have no more fuel saving here.
Not just fuel saving, no tire saving, no nothing. These guys are going full bore.
Hey, Jesse, who's going to win this race?
You pick one, buddy. Flip a coin. Flip 3 coins.
Woo! Oh, man, I can feel my heart beating. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I kind of like where Nick Fleury is sitting there in 3rd place. He's watching these guys battle, and they're punching a big hole. Is he going to make it 3 wide when they're least expecting it? That's what I'm going to look forward to as we come down to 20 laps to go here.
I still like the guy that was fastest in practice. He was fastest in qualifying. He's currently leading the race. Let's go, Kite Bombers back.
I love it. I like it. I tell you who I got my eye on is that nice, pretty blue car. He's turning the heat up here late.
Which
He's
car
going
is
underneath
that?
for
48?
Let's see, who is that?
Yeah, that's the 48.
Of course, Corey picks the 48.
No, is that Carlos?
Carlos Dotero.
Yeah, Carlos Dotero.
And these guys have
not.
all caught the leaders. Here they are.
Say? Oh, man.
And we've got 6 cars under a blanket. 1 by 2 by 2 by 1.
What did I say? Man. Interesting. 2 wide, going into 1 here. Double back. The leader all kind of by his lonesome there. No one really challenging him, but Carlos coming up out of 2, trying to see if he can get a run back into the top 3.
Because they're going to have a big run on the leader here. He's going to go to the outside. He's not going to be able to clear, I don't think, because he disappears for a second. Kite's been having some connection issues on my screen throughout the race.
He still is, for sure.
And I don't think you can I don't know if you can complete that pass even with a run on equal tires. I think the guy on the bottom is going to get
His teammate is right there behind him.
Gave him a little bit of a push going into one.
Nick Fleury.
They're not going to be able to clear, so they're going to be side by side down the
And
backstretch.
here comes Carlos Dotero, Corey's pick.
Big push. Is he going to be able to push? And that's going to bring in
Come
Jim
on,
Herrick on
48.
the outside.
I'm biased. I'm going for the 48.
As he's going for the lead. Oh, we've got a wreck on the backstretch.
5 car again.
No caution. I don't see a caution.
He
So,
he went to pit road.
Toad, yep.
yeah,
You
good.
guys do your thing. I'll go back and see what happened.
So it looks like we've got
He just lost
Danny
it.
Brennan out front, and oh, we're watching the replay. Okay.
Yep, he lost it at coming off turn 2, so
Looks like
back
he
to
might have gotten
life.
the wall a little bit.
Oh, he hit the
And we've got
he
a
hit the inside
3-wide
wall
battle
hard.
for the lead.
Here
We've got
we
Danny
are.
Brennan
Wow.
in the middle, Nick Fleury on the bottom,
Oh!
And Kite
and
Bomber's
Kite
back.
on the outside. Gonna go from first to third in one corner.
16.
Oh,
Oh, they
they
almost
almost
hit each other. Wow.
Kite gonna make it work. Keeps his foot to the floor. Gonna go to the inside, back to the lead.
And the whole pack is up here.
That brings Jim Herrick up to fourth. He's not going to clear Carlos. So we've got teammates side by side for second as they just went 3 wide around Kite. And then he kept his foot to the floor off 2 and drove right back around both of them.
Everybody from first to 10th, all within a second of each other. Look at this pack racing.
Hey guys, we got 14 laps left. You think we'll make it all the way?
No, absolutely not.
I'm rooting for it because these guys are doing amazing. Look at that. He just trotted to the bottom.
Bobbing and
Carlos.
weaving.
Danny
Carlos
Brennan back to the
before.
lead after an aggressive move on the bottom.
I'm telling you, watch out for that blue car.
Carlos thinks about it. He chooses better
He just made a
as these
pass
guys are
forward
back side by
coming forward.
side. Kite back on the outside for the lead.
Looks like Carlos is going to try to choose momentum coming out of 2. Let's see what it does for him. If he can
He's
get
being very calculated in what he's wanting to do. He had an opportunity to go to the bottom and chose not to. Just backed out of the throttle, and that's going to bring these guys battling behind him right up next to him. Look at this hornet's nest at the end of this race as Kite is going to the outside, trying to make it work to pass Danny. Not going to be able to do it without that drafting help, and Danny's teammate Nick is just not going to give it to him.
Oh,
But that's going to bring Carlos to the outside of Nick.
I feel like what I'm watching is Carlos is being very, like you said, methodical, and he doesn't. He senses maybe a wreck, and he wants to miss it.
Well, with
They're
coming to 12 to go, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can take that chance of trying to miss a wreck. You're going for the win here.
Man, these cars are so fast and the runs are so big. I mean, look at. I mean, right there, they're 2 wide, about almost 4 rows deep.
Top
Is that
10,
Dan
all
Marrero?
within a second.
Yeah, Dan's back in the picture after
Oh,
having that
someone
early
hit the
contact
wall
with Jessica.
hard. Who was that? The 42, I
Pretty
think.
impressive. Wow, this
No.
is awesome.
And they're still side by side for the lead here. Coming back to the line with 11 laps to go. Carlos has made it solidly into third place.
Oh, it was the
Who's he
20
going to
look at
work
that
with?
Yeah, I know. Who's he going to pick? He's been staying on that high side for the last few laps.
And it's worked for him. Is he going to stick there? Is he going to try to push Kite past Brennan?
What
Or
if he
Bomber-
takes that
Brennan?
thing to the bottom with 5 or 10 to go, saving his tires?
Oh, look
cruising
at
on the
that
high side?
move on the inside by the 48. Or, excuse me, by the 42. Or is that the 40? I can't even
That's
tell.
a 40, buddy. That's Jim Herrick made that move. Out of Indiana.
So he's got another big run here. Nowhere to go
there's a
there.
wreck.
Action.
Oh, big wreck in the back.
Big wreck right there. Oh, man.
26.
And that's going to bring a caution out with 10 laps to go.
Oh,
Let's see.
boy. And that brings the
that would be the
93
21
back
car
into
of
this.
Luke Daniels and Dan Marrera come into contact going into 1. They're 3 wide, and the 21 car just moves. I mean, just a quarter of a lane is all it took in the carnage.
Yeah, wow. That was just close racing, man.
Oh.
And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Dan is out of the race because I believe he's the one that had contact with Jessica Saban
Yeah.
earlier in the race.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
look.
So
Okay, look at Sam. Look at the gearbox on Sam's, or gearbox view on Sam, the 74. I want to go to the 74. And look how close this was to hitting him. Boom! Wow!
whoa!
Oh, hey, Alan, did you catch on that replay the 21 of who is that? Luke Daniels. He spins by himself after
look
the wreck.
2 cars spin by themselves after the wreck.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw them wreck.
Yeah, the who is that?
Well, he's got damage because he was involved in the crash, but
Jeff Destino and Luke Daniels both self-spin coming out of 2 after the wreck.
Wonder what
well,
happened
I
there.
can see why Luke had his wing missing.
Yep. Maybe the other one was slowing up, didn't want to hit him, and didn't look too much.
Yeah, he had his right front wheel missing and his wing, so that one I can understand. I think the other one just probably locked his brakes up. Trying
Meanwhile,
to slow
we've
down.
got pit
You what right
stops.
now, buddy?
None of the leaders came down pit road.
I mean,
Sam Blackwood did. He wants fresh rubbers for his last.
I mean,
8.
you've only got 11 cars in the lead lap. Looks like maybe 12 now. So,
and we're gonna have probably 6 laps to go when we go back racing.
I'm really glad I was able to make this whole race. This has been awesome. Great racing.
Yeah, and thanks again to Chris and all the guys at TI for letting us broadcast this race.
Absolutely.
And we wish our other broadcast fellow the best of luck in his recovery. So we hope that you get back to
is what I heard.
Having surgery. Okay. So we just hoping for the best, praying that you get back better. You can come broadcast the next season here at the TI Racing IndyCar Series League.
Yeah, good full recovery. We hope it for you. But
well, guys, we have reset the field.
What do you say we?
Who you got?
You know who I got, baby. I got that 48.
What do you say we take another 60 seconds to take a break?
Yeah, let's regroup our thoughts, and we will be right back after these commercials. Welcome back to the TI Racing IndyCar League on EMRN Network. We are presented by LMCgear.com. To get all your lightweight motorcycle camping gear, go to LMCgear.com. Fellas, we've got 1 lap to green coming around turn 3 and 4 as they're getting ready to accelerate, and he's off. Kite Bommersbach takes the lead, and Danny Brennan behind him. And Carlos De Toro, right there in the 48 in third position, gets a pretty decent start as these guys are spreading out and squeezing, trying to break that draft down the front stretch.
I think Kite got too good of a jump. He's going to be all by himself, and the rest of the pack is going to catch him, just like at Daytona or Talladega.
Exactly. Yeah, so we learned early that big old restart don't matter. These guys will catch him in a lap. Being by yourself is no favors here.
Even half a lap.
We've
I
got
mean,
a
look at these
car
guys.
down on the backstretch.
The 40 car.
The 40 car. Right now we got a battle
Wonder
for
what
third.
happened there. I'm going to take
Nick
a look.
Fleury going after
He
Carlos.
just got into the wall. Let's watch the lead here, Alan.
Yep, battle. Who is that? Is that teammates going at it?
Yep. Got into the wall hard.
So we got a battle for the lead with 5 laps to go. As Kite is on the outside and Danny on the inside, trying to take that position away. There is no more give and take. These guys are going for it here.
Carlos
not sitting around riding.
Carlos and Nick got to work together to get up there and be a part of that, or they're just going to be left in the dust for third.
Oh, and the caution is out. The 51 and the
goodness.
23.
Oh, Lester, being all those laps down, gets involved.
What happened here? 23.
Oh.
23 definitely came up into the 51.
Well, he's also blinking though. So did he disappear on him?
It didn't look like it from my point of view. Let's take a look again.
There's some angry words.
Yeah, 23 came up. There was no blinking there in that
Yeah,
replay.
I don't see anything either, buddy.
Yeah, I don't either. I think he's just trying to
Looks like
say that's why he did it.
Well, it looked like he was trying to rotate up, and Lester didn't move up. He just held his line. So, but it definitely looked.
That almost looked intentional. Not gonna lie.
They're not having the nicest of exchanges on here. So,
what are they saying over the radio, guys? Without repeating anything unrepeatable.
basically, it's not the first time.
Oh, these guys have had history.
Well,
and they were
internet history.
Yeah, he said he's already been kicked out of the server once for his internet, and here he is back again, still blinking in front of him. Now, maybe he didn't blink that time, but maybe he's been blinking in front of him, and, getting frustrated.
Well, and I'm not techie enough to know, but the packet exchange could be different between them two, between what we see.
Sure, absolutely. So, guys, I don't know if they have green-white checkers.
I do not believe they do.
I don't see a green-white checker, but right now there's 3 to go. We could have a 1-lap shootout of green/white and back to the checker.
Well, I can tell you right now, if that's a 1-lap shootout, I put my money down on Kite.
Oh, absolutely. Kite is definitely the guy, in my opinion, to beat because, I mean, even with the big jump that he got that last lap, or that 1 lap that we had of green flag racing, they didn't catch him on the next lap like we saw the time before.
Exactly.
So I can see him getting that big jump out there and being able to maintain it for 1 lap.
Exactly. If he times it right, like he has been, then I mean, it seems, I don't know if timing's even a thing or what, but everybody gets at least some sort of a launch on second, and if he can do that. But you could also be the guy in third, Nick Fleury, hoping that second gets a good launch, gets there, the leader puts a block, and they wreck, and you get the win.
Yeah, or you can be the guy in second and guess on the white.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a chance of taking both of you out if you guess early, but if you guess it on the light, then you're gonna be a hero.
Looks like, yep, it'll be 1 to go.
1 to go with 2 to go. So we're going to get the green and white at the same time, and then we're going to come around and take the checkered flag if we make it back.
Wow.
We got Kite on the radio giving a shout out to everyone.
Yep, giving a shout out to everybody watching at home. We appreciate that, Kite. We appreciate everybody tuning in to this final race of the TI Racing IndyCar League. Like we said, we've got our champion crowned already, and that is Isaac Morris in the 2 car, who retired from this race after
receiving
controversy.
the waiver round.
Hey, Jesse, real quick before we get this thing fired up and coming on the backstretch, how many turns do we make it through?
I'm going to say we make it out of 2. And then we're going to get crazy on the backstretch. But these guys fan out.
Yep.
So
Turn
far
forward,
that it's hard to say on this one restart. So
I think Kite will get a good launch, and
yeah,
if Danny can ride the line, keep his speed up, I think coming into 3 and 4 he could have a chance here.
I don't know, guys. Kite is
let's
so
find
fast
out.
around this racetrack that I
He's
think
Danny,
holding, and he
Carlos
has.
has the best tires here. Carlos and Tim.
well, here we go.
There we go.
And he's off. They take off
Oh,
at that cut
man.
line. Huge jump for Kite as
Yep.
they're coming around for the white flag.
I think that's going to be enough. I think that's what's going to keep him the lead all the way around this
Teammates,
racetrack.
don't make the
One
pass.
lap to go as the
Yep.
teammates are side by side into the turn one. Danny and Nick
He's
going
gone.
for it. I think that's gonna. Kite sees all he needs to see in his rearview mirror.
Yep, they went
As
side
he's
by
clear.
side, and that killed the momentum.
As
They're
Nick is to
battling.
the inside of Danny, they're gonna catch him.
Wait,
Are they gonna have
oh!
enough time?
They're gonna drag
Kite
each
to
other
the
back.
very bottom, taking the shortest
Oh,
way around.
teammates
They're
made
straight touch.
contact!
And that's
Kite.
Danny spinning on the bottom. Kite with the checkered flag is gonna win the final race of the season. Look how static he puts it in the wall to celebrate and collects the field. Oh, and he's apologizing, saying that was not on purpose, guys. My bad.
Wow.
So
wow.
we're not going to get to see a burnout, but we saw a heck of a race.
Man, Jesse, go back and I can't help but feel like the teammates. I know they were having fun together. It's the last race, but man, the thirst for the win. If he wouldn't have side drafted there and killed all that, woo, that could have been a 3-wide battle for the lead. Hell of a race, guys. Great show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Shout out to
so
all the
thankful that we
drivers.
were able to host this race tonight for all you fans out there and for all the drivers, and just to be able to be a part of this has been such a treat for us. So we thank everybody that's out there.
Thank you to Chris Lewis for giving us a chance to do this. What do you guys say we talk to your top three?
Yeah,
if they're even in here.
Looks like we've got Isaac Morris joining us, who is the champion of the season here. Isaac, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. I just wanted to hop up and say a big thank you to you guys for filling in tonight. It means a lot to us guys, and I just wanted to clear up a few things of like why I retired as well, because I could hear you guys talking about it on the stream. But so yeah, consider it's the last race of the season. We had a caution with like 25 laps to go, give or take, and yeah, so I said to one of the guys that's doing the admin, and I just said to him, I was like, everyone that's a lap down, give them a wave around, put them on the lead lap, so it just makes the last few laps of the season interesting, and I think it worked, but I think a few people disagreed, and I was just thinking about other people, and just having the opportunity to race for something, and yeah, I think a few people disagreed with it, but yeah, and because I was a lap down, I took myself out of the race, so it just took me out of contention, so it didn't look like I was doing it to benefit me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you clearing that up, Isaac. We were wondering if that was maybe the case of something that happened, but we're outsiders. We don't know who admins and and is in control of that stuff. But we all did think it was a very manly thing to do. Respectful thing for you to say, what, I pull myself out of this. I don't want people to get upset with me or the league or anything like that. So we thought you did a very noble thing there, kind of bowing out of the race. But we do want to congratulate you on your championship and the run that you've had this season.
Thank you. Yeah, and just again, it's just to because like there's guys who run this week in, week out, and they put in so much practice, and they never get an opportunity to even remotely finish in the top 10. So just having people being able to fight for something, I just thought, like, last race of the season, thought it'd just be something nice just to make it fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate you thinking about other people and trying to get them up into the race too. And even though it didn't go across with the competitors that way, but um, we understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you clarifying that. And I think Corey's got a question for you.
Nah, man, just wanted to say thanks for having us. And you, before you had your accident, thanks for putting on a great show, man. It was a lot of fun to watch.
No problem. Yeah, it was some tough racing between me and Sam, and I think there was a little bit of a misunderstanding between us. But yeah, there
Yeah,
was some good racing.
yeah, it was good racing. And we said in the booth, man, you guys were exchanging the lead like every couple 100 feet. So it was, those things happen sometimes when it's that intense.
Yeah, yeah. But again, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, bud. All right, well, we've got our top 3 waiting. Let's see if we can't get. You guys want to do first place or third place first?
Let's get Kite in here
Yeah, let's
Get
do
Kite
first.
here.
so we can
All
clarify
right.
his name.
Yeah, Alan, you're gonna have to invite people.
Okay, I got you. Let's do this. Give me just a second. And we have Kite here.
Kite, first off, congratulations on the win. Secondly, could you please pronounce your name?
My name is Kite Bommersbach, and thank you
Kite
guys. And
Bommersbach.
I just want to say before we get going, I did not mean to just like fling the car into the wall across the finish line. I think that was the only mistake I made all race. I meant to swerve back and forth, and it just snapped on me immediately, and I wiped out like half the field. So I didn't mean to do that, but it was after the race, so it didn't matter that much. But didn't want to just fling the car into the wall like that.
Yeah, Corey and I heard you on the radio saying that was not on purpose. So, well, you put on a heck of a show, man. You were up in the front. Those guys, Sam and Isaac, were going at it, and they touched that one time in the corner when Sam got. They just kind of bumped wheels a little bit, and at that point, you made a decision that we all took notice of. You're like, "This is getting crazy. I'm gonna back up." And sure enough, you did that, and it wasn't 3 laps later. Those guys watered it up into turn 1. So was that just foresight on you? Had you seen this story before and taken notes, or what caused you to make that decision?
Yeah, I got a little loose and I realized that people were starting to get aggressive. So I decided, I was just going to drop all the way back there and kind of run back with the rest of the Team Chevy cars rather than right up at the forefront in case it, became a little much. It sounds cheesy, but I do take racing inspiration from Rick Mears, who always lived by that lifestyle of, spend the first portion of the race preparing and then be ready for the shootout at the end. And that's what I was aiming to be today, and seems as though I achieved it. On that last restart, it had me quite nervy though.
Yeah, I bet it did. Alan, I think you had a question for him.
Well, we saw a lot of the strategy that was going on throughout the race, and I was just kind of wondering like what yours was. Obviously, you were trying to stay out of the wrecks and everything like that, but was there any like tire saving strategies, fuel saving strategies that you were trying to do during the green flag portions of this race?
Oh, absolutely. I qualified on pole. Not I didn't think it was. I don't know. I hadn't done a practice qualifying run, so I didn't know if that was a good one or not. And it turned out to be a pretty dang good one, being on pole. But immediately, as soon as Isaac went and he was like, "I want to lead," I was like, "Go for it," because you can save so much fuel in these cars just by riding behind somebody. And so when Sam went up there and he told me he was gonna fight with it for a bit, I was like, all the better. That's even more fuel for me to save. So I was just really I was just making sure I had my fuel strategy in check so I could go for it at the end and not have to be worrying about hitting a fuel number, coming to a white flag or a checkered flag. As it turned out, the caution kept really anybody from doing that, but it let me just not have to worry about it at all. It wasn't even a thought in my mind after we got that caution with about 30 to go.
Well, congratulations! It was
Yeah,
that
man.
was an awesome win. Corey, do you have anything for him?
Were you worried at all, man? At the end, I was talking to the guys and I was like, man, if he gets a good enough jump, from what I could tell this race, if they get unorganized at all, the guy's gone for at least a lap before he's got to worry about them catching him. And since they were teammates behind you, they didn't. I thought if they worked together, they would have got you.
Yeah, no, I was quite nervous about it, but having led the previous restart, or having led the previous two restarts, the one that I was in the proper fuel map for, it took Danny over a lap to pass me. So I knew I just had to nail my restart. And when I saw Nick get alongside Danny, I knew all I had to
That
do
was
was
it.
run my line. Yeah.
Good race, man. It was fun. A lot of fun to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I just want to take an opportunity to thank Chevrolet. They've hopped on the cars as a sponsor. So really appreciate Chevrolet and GM Accessories for doing so, as well as Gary Godso for bringing me into the league and letting me run under one of his teams. Really appreciate that. So, and
Glad
I
to see.
appreciate you guys stepping in also and doing this broadcast for us. Really glad to put on a good show for you guys.
Yeah,
Our
that you
pleasure.
did, Kite. Well, I appreciate it, bud. Congratulations on the win, and go get them next year or
Thank you.
next season. I don't know when
Yeah.
that is, but
Yeah, we'll be looking to challenge for the championship here. I finished my first three starts all here on the podium, so the goal is to take the fight to Isaac. So
awesome. Well, good luck. Looks like you got everything you need to do that. So good luck to you, man.
appreciate y'all.
Thanks.
Wow. Well, there you go. There you have it, man.
Well, that was your first place driver of Kite. Um, his last name went what? Bomber's Bar.
Bommersbach, yeah.
He had nerves of steel, man. Nerves,
Yeah.
but hung on to it.
So
All
we're
right,
gonna
let's see
move
if we can
Nick
get
Fleury in
second
here.
place Nick Fleury up here.
Oh,
Hey,
we've
Nick,
already
it's
done it.
Jesse and the guys up in the booth. Congratulations, man! You pulled off a second place finish there at the end, running hard with your teammate. What'd you guys have planned for that last restart?
Thank you very much. Yeah, actually, there wasn't really much of a plan. So we just were kind of going for it and trying to not wreck each other and give each other space. Danny and I got a little close there at the end, but sometimes that happens when you're going for the win.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It was fun to watch, buddy. I just got one quick question, man. Why, bro? Why? I was really pulling for you guys to draft each other and challenge Kite for the win, man. But you guys duked it out for second.
Yeah, it's tough. I think you kind of got to get a run on each other to make the pass. I never felt like drafting really made two cars go faster, but I could have been wrong.
Really, man. Those restarts were so interesting too, watching you guys, because the leader always got to jump, and at the beginning of the race, it was probably a half a lap before you guys would catch him, and there at the end, it seemed to be a full lap before the second and third place guys would get there.
Yeah, for sure. And the second to last one, I really screwed up. I didn't think he was going quite yet. I had to quickly get out of map 8.
Yeah, well, Alan, do you got a question for him?
Well, the very beginning of the race, you were kind of just holding steady there. I think you were somewhere mid-pack at one point in the first couple of runs. What got you to the point where you were thinking, okay, I can go for the lead? Because it didn't seem that way. Like, we didn't say your name that often early on in the race.
Yeah, I was actually top 3 for a very long time at the start of the race, but I wasn't trying to pass anyone. There's a lot of laps, so I just wanted to be there at the end. So I just kept ticking them off, and Kite being my teammate, that's the other thing. I'm just letting him do his thing, and we'll just move off into the sunset and survive to be there at the end.
That's
And
fair.
that's exactly what you did. So, well, congratulations, Nick. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, definitely want to thank my car owner, Gary, and the sponsors that he's got for us, GM Accessories, and Chevrolet. And I got to thank the Lord above. He really takes care of me, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh, Nick, really quick, did we already talk about the incident with the 25 on the last lap?
We touched on it briefly. It's tough. I think we were just both racing real hard, trying to get one up on each other, and contact was made. Maybe a little bit of netcode, slightly, but it was good hard racing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to find our third place finisher, Carlos Dotero. Do you know what his? I know this is kind of unconventional, but do you know what his Discord is in here?
Nah, my apologies.
All right. Well, that's Nick Fleury, your second place finisher. We appreciate you joining the booth, Nick.
Great job, Nick.
Congratulations on the finish, and good luck next year.
Well
Thank you
done.
very much.
Season. All right, thank you. And that was your top two finishers. Second place, Nick Fleury. First place, Kite Bombersbach. Finishing out the season with a win. And as we said, Isaac was your first guest, finishing off the season with a championship. So congratulations to him. And well, again, we want to say a big thanks to TI, the guys at TI, for letting us do this race. It was last minute on their part. We hate that we got to do it because of somebody having a surgery, but we're just grateful that we got to join. These guys put on a heck of a show for us, and we look forward to doing more broadcasts. You guys can catch us at the TI Cup Series on Thursday nights. Check out our channel at EMRN on YouTube. Follow us there, and you'll see us go live on Thursdays at 7:30 Central Time. That's 8:30 Eastern Time. You can catch us on EMRN on YouTube. So for Corey Melton, Alan Bledsoe, this is Jesse Rathbun saying good night and thank you from Electronic Motor Racing Network and the TI Racing IndyCar League. Have a good night.